Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Big plans today. We are, as you've read in the title, we are gonna build a museum. However, I don't have the usual professional intro and like pre-talk, where you talk about the materials you're gonna use and where you're gonna build your building and all of that. Because, well, I've already built a building. But what I do have is a great time-lapse. I gotta say, I am quite proud of this building. This building has been 2 months in the working. It's been 2 months since I started building it, but then I haven't spent 2 months straight building. Made a Minecraft Hardcore trilogy that you should definitely check out. Initial plan was to make this building in sandstone, but I actually took like a entirely different turn and then thought, what if I made it in tough instead? And I tried it, and I gotta say I like it much more. Not just because of the appearance for this building, but also because I already have quite a few buildings that are entirely made of sandstone or are partially made of sandstone. So I really wanted to break things up and make a building in an entirely different material. So I tried it tough, and I think it has turned out great. There are a few things that I am not entirely sure about. I think the roof may be a little flat. Well, that's what I thought in the beginning, but it has grown a bit on me, so I'll see what I'll do about it. I am also thinking about making all the windows white stained glass. Currently I have like a pattern with white and black color glass, but I'm thinking of switching it to just white glass. Also up here I have armor stands. In the future I'm probably gonna make like some statues, small statues out of them or something. We'll see. But let's enter the building, shall we? So we have this quite large entrance that goes up here. I feel like it gives almost like a sort of castle feel or something. I also like this arch. It's a really nice addition in my opinion. So if we go into the building, there is nothing. At the moment, I haven't made any interior. If I would have made like the entire interior here, it would have taken so long. There were probably like at least a month without the video. But I'm not entirely sure what to make inside here. I have some ideas. So the plan that I have, for now at least, would be to have 2 floors in here. The main floor would be on this level. And then I would have another floor that would be on this level or 1 block up, and then have like no floors in the middle here, so you can like walk around, and then you have stairs down, and then you have no floors here, so it's like completely open up to this ceiling window that I think is such a cool idea. So the kind of idea behind this is to partially bring in some light, but also when it's raining, you can like see the raindrops hit the window while you're inside here, and it's gonna be a bit moody in here. I think it's gonna create like such a cool ambience. So as I said, this is a museum, but I am not entirely sure what to put in here. If you have some ideas what I should have in this museum, definitely drop them in the comments. So far I have 2 ideas. One is to have a map room or like a map corridor with maps like over the city, so you can see how the city has grown over time. And then I also have a strange idea. I want to put like a bit of a habitat in here, I guess you could say, of a thing that was here before I built the museum, but I had to remove it so the whole museum could like be built. And it was a acacia tree with 2 pillagers in them. For the time I took down the acacia tree and I put the 2 villagers in a boat, and so I'm planning to rebuild the tree and put them back in the tree somehow, and then put them in like a tiny habitat with like a glass window so you can look at it. Why, you may ask? I don't know, it's a silly idea and that's why I'm doing it. So yeah, here we have a side entrance that doesn't look like much of an entrance. I haven't put like a door here or made a proper entrance out of this thing. And we have one on the other side, and then we have 2 more entrances, or 3 more I should say, 2 double doors and then 1 open entrance here in the back. This is where I'll have maybe like some sort of storage like truck area here in the back. The plan is probably to put like a wall here, so this will be like kind of a separate area here at ground level where we'll have a bit of storage and like a behind the scenes area where like staff are, where a lot of like the background work is done to keep the museum running and all of that. Also, I don't know if you could tell, but I have switched to a Better Clouds mod, which has like improved the appearances of the clouds, and I think they look honestly so much better than the original clouds. Now, I have planned to build one more thing here today in this episode, which is gonna be here. I want to build like some sort of like mini park here, like in front of the museum. However, I'm not entirely sure how to build it just now, so I'm gonna tinker with it for a while and then I'll see when I have come up with something. Couple of hours later, and this is what we have. I've made this park wall. I decided to make it out of bricks and granite mainly. I thought about making it in tough as well, but I thought it would be a little too boring and it would have blended a little too well. I wanted some contrast, so I went with this. I also put some armor stands up here on like the pillars, so this is gonna be like statues at some point. I just have no idea how to make them, so they're just gonna look like this for now. I've made them on every entry. We have 4 entrances here. Also, I've made like these kind of poles. I thought they were quite interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anyone build something like this. So this is like, so these are just blackstone walls, and up here I have made like tiny blackstone blocks which you can make in stone cutters if you have a particular like mob head data pack. But anyways, currently we don't have that much in here, but I have planned of making like a little pond here in the middle and some sort of cafe or coffee shop and like a cabin here in the corner. I'm thinking of having some custom trees here. However, I haven't decided if I want them to be like pine trees or more like oak trees, but I figure if we start making the pond here, making some paths, building like the cabin over there, I think things are just gonna fall into place. And I think that is one of the more important things to do when it comes to just building new stuff. You just gotta get going, start building and just start experimenting and see what you think looks good, and then things will just start to fall into place. And also, this is Minecraft, so if you're not happy, you can just rebuild it how many times you like till you have something that you think looks good. But with all of that being said, let's get started, shall we? Oh yeah, right, this is gonna be a problem. I kind of have a cave underneath me that we're gonna have to like terraform around. You know what, let's grab a couple of scaffolding so we can get a bit of an oversight. Yeah, I think we gotta make it a little bigger. Is this a good size? I'm not sure. I mean, we don't have all the space in the world. Let me use free cam. Maybe I'll expand a little in this direction. I was thinking of making it quite circular, the pond, but I think it's gonna be a bit boring, so I'm gonna go with a more interesting shape. Yeah, I think this might be good actually. Some may feel that this looks a little strange, but you gotta bear with me. You know, maybe I should use this cave here to my advantage. Instead of covering it up, maybe we can use it to add like more depth to the pond here. Alright, how about this? Maybe I think this can work. And then I cover up some in here. And then we just waterlog the whole place. Maybe I'll replace a lot of this dirt with stone. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. I think I'm just gonna keep this actually. I think I'm just gonna like waterlog this whole thing. So now we have like on the surface, just a little pond that doesn't look like much, but if you go into it, you will be able to like swim down to a little water cave. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. Let's get a couple of water buckets, shall we? Or maybe I have them. Oh, I had to. All right. So if I fill out all of these edges, will the whole thing just... No. Maybe if I cover up, like put a layer here so we can fill in all the water, and then I can remove it, and then the whole thing should be filled out. Right, everything's covered up. Let's remove everything. Right, pond's filled up. Let's fill in the cave, shall we? So I am wondering, should I fill out the entire cave, or maybe I'll keep like a water pocket here or something? That would be quite cool. And maybe we can have like a little secret layer down here or something. Right, so the whole cave is now filled out, and I have left a little pocket down here, so we have a potential little layer here that we might make something out of in the future. I don't know if you remember, but in the World Tour video I said that the little restaurant among the tall buildings was my favorite place in the city. But I think I've changed my mind, because I mean, just look at this place. We have the campfire in the background, we have the candles, all the decoration, and then just this view of the park and the trees and the pond. And if you look really closely, you can see some parts of the city in the background. So the plan for this park, for the vision, was kind of to create a nature bubble here in the middle of the city, where you can kind of go into this fairly thick forest park and just like kind of escape from the big city. So let's have a bit of a tour in the park, shall we? So first off here we have the cabin. It is a quite simple design really. It has oak logs on all the corners, and then stripped spruce logs as the wall, and then a dark oak roof and a andesite chimney. The design, as I said, is pretty simple, but this is actually the thing that took the longest in this entire project. And the main reason for that is that I don't build anything creative. I just tinker around in single player, and I didn't really have any design in mind. I just went over a bunch of designs, and yeah, it was very time consuming. If we keep going, we have a few park benches here that you can sit on. We have a park table where people can sit and eat, and then we have a little tree swing here. The design for the trees I got from a YouTuber called Cryptozoology, or didn't really get the design because he didn't really show designs. He kind of gave like a crash course in like fine tree building theory. So I watched those 20 seconds and then I just started building the trees, and I think it turned out pretty well. In this park there is about 12 to 15 trees maybe. And building all of those trees actually took less time than building this cabin, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah, that was everything I had time for in this video. Hope you liked it. I know that this was a quite build intensive episode, but I don't think most people mind that, because that is probably why most people watch these videos anyways. But next video, we're not just gonna be building, we're also gonna explore the new 1.21.6 update with the flying ghosts and everything, so stay tuned. And with that being said, thank you for watching.